Alright, what's up, Ethan? My fucking YouTube didn't register your video from yesterday for some reason, but as you may have noticed in other contexts, I have a good recall. I've just been playing Heads Up Cash and Hold'em for about an hour this morning, and all 5 people I played quit me. So it's a good sign and a bad sign. I do want to get action, but it bodes well for the home team anyway. Gotcha, Pam, and thank you. How to hold the guitar. Alright, so I'm sitting cross-legged. Nonetheless, my guitar is still sitting in its normal juxtaposition. Stuff we talked about. Well, you've got your how to hold the guitar video. So you use specific things, or like throwing your arm around rather than here. And I know it's less intuitive, but just kind of find that sweet spot where you're still over the sound hole. And just clarifying my humerus here is not at right angles, nor is it exactly perpendicular. I'm like that. And then, holding the pick about like that, and strumming with a range of motion like we discussed that's really much wider than we anticipate, And for you, the temptation was to get more wrist involvement, so it's loose wrist, but mostly arm, just elbow. Cool. So, left hand wise, what we want to avoid is having your thumb too far over the top, or anything that creates distance back here behind the fretboard. Like your arm being up too high, where we can see as we do that, our hand disappears behind the fretboard, giving us less of our fingers to have metal dug into painfully. So, really, it's like, there's classical position, which you can simulate by making yourself go 4 fingers over 4 frets. You'll find yourself in this thumb position, which is classical, and then just kind of throw it over the top a little bit. So the idea is still to be more out in front of the instrument, and for you that means just drop at your shoulder and elbow, not resting on your leg. And the whole guitar down here makes all of these things difficult as well. As it moves, it's like gets all weird and off to the side. So if you're feeling like you need to do that, it's probably a product of that. It's just too much to keep track of at first, probably. So I'm not going to go too in-depth into the rhythms that we went over, but we got E minor, right there like that. We're hitting all 6 strings, and A minor. Rhythm 1's just all down strums. What I want you to go for is like 4 good attempts. Again, we got our conscious mindset on right now, not our guessing headspace. Like one good attempt, pause, reassess. 1 good attempt, pause, reassess. Fight the temptation to loop it. Second rhythm's just down, up, and just swing away. You need to hit all 6 strings with the same amount of attack. I guess the only other key concept is when you're switching from E minor to A minor, first and foremost, just have an excruciating however long it takes for your brain to consent that you can do the change, and in your conscious focus memorization headspace. And then pretend the song ends at the first strum of A minor. And this reintroduces that concept of the open strum, where I'm going like. So I actually had that open strum. So we've got 2 split seconds, not 1 split second. And I believe that's everything we went over. I'm going to send you how to hold the guitar and come as you are. Also, enjoy. Feel free to noodle around and do other stuff. I will talk to you soon.